I'm hiding out in Texas. Please, whatever you do, don't tell them I'm in San Antonio. Don't tell them I'm staying at the Four Seasons. Don't tell them, please, don't tell them, man, because it's just so much pressure on me right now. I don't know what to do.
Jim Jones made one of the boldest claims in recent rap memory, he said, straight-faced, that he's more influential than this, not more popular, not more viral, more impactful to hip-hop culture as a whole. He said it on a major platform, Shannon Sharpe's podcast, with no hesitation, no filter, and zero doubt in his tone.
I'm in the game still rapping at a high capacity. If Nas wants to smoke, come in the booth. I will rap circles around. He don't want no smoke. He enjoying that 150 million, 200 million. He okay then, so then leave me alone while I'm on the field. You was effing with him. He wasn't bothering you.
And from that moment on, the internet hasn't been the same. Jim didn't just ruffle feathers, he sparked a wave. Old rivalries reignited. Forgotten beefs got pulled back into the spotlight. And from the shadows, 50 Cent started moving pieces like a grandmaster. One quiet post on Instagram changed the whole narrative. A leaked federal document tied to the...
They don't really know who Nas is. If he's 22, he's born in 03. Not all of them, some of them.
Tekashi 6ix9ine case and the name Individual One back in the conversation. See, this ain't your regular rap beef. This goes back decades. Rewind to the early 2000s, Nas randomly called out Cameron on the radio, saying his music was trash.
No. Jim Jones was never better than Nas. Jim Jones will never be better than Nas. And this is coming from somebody that's not a Nas fan. I love Dipset. I love the Diplomats. I love Bird Gang. But we not about to start rewriting history because Jim Jones got confidence.
That was enough to set off Dipset. Jim, ever the loyal soldier, jumped into the fire. What started as lyrical jabs...
I never got to see Nas. I never got to sit down and have a conversation with Nas and things like that. I had called you about it and things like that. That was like still one of the people that I never got to have a conversation throughout my history of rap and things like that. I think I would love to have a conversation with Nas. I wouldn't know if he knows it, but Nas was one of my all-time favorite rappers coming up and things like that.
I've heard you say that.
Since the barbecue and things like that. Like he really put the whole dope boy rap, crack hustler, get fresh rap into perspective before anybody.
Quickly turned into street-level tension. But back then, it was just hip-hop. Today, it's deeper than bars. Fast forward to this year, Jim appears on Shannon Sharpe's Nightcap podcast and triples down on his take. He says Nas doesn't influence fashion, language, or the streets the way he does. He even takes digs at Shannon's clothes, trying to clown a Hall of Famer mid-episode.
Admired Nas, but remember Nas' first record, The Barbecue, came out when I was in 11th grade. Yes. So Nas was my idol when I was young. Like you did, came to dressing, the wordplay, the music, everything. I was a superior Nas fan, period. I'd never take that away from him. But then as I got in the game, you gotta realize that your rivals would be idols, and not to take anything away from that, I developed my own style and my own lane that these kids start to gravitate towards the same way I gravitated towards Nas when I was younger and things like that. It's a whole different generation.
But Shannon wasn't playing the fool. He flipped from host to heavyweight quick. This is the biggest podcast you've ever been on. He said the energy shifted. Jim started flexing his gym routine like it was proof of relevance, challenging Shannon to a workout war to prove dominance off the mic. Meanwhile,
came into light and started going crazy that these kids love me. They don't really know who Nas is. If he's 22, he's born in 03. Not all of them, some of them know. You know what I mean? A lot of them know.
Nas remains silent, but silence in this case, it's strategy. Jim kept pushing, dropping clips of himself lifting weights and throwing subliminals online. He told his followers, "I said what I said. Y'all mad I outstreamed legends," claimed older artists were bitter and stuck in the past. He dared anyone from his era.
No, me, Jim Jones. No Diplomats, no nobody else. Me, Jim Jones. Check my track record, then check everybody else's track record. Then go to the billboards and check all my entries, then check all them entries and shit. And I'm not taking nothing away from nobody, but I hear the comparisons and then be trying to act funny when it comes. No, I've been spanking a lot of this shit. talking about the industry. I've been putting on.
To step into the booth and bet cash on the outcome. But while Jim was swinging wild in all directions, 50 Cent was setting the trap. That individual one post wasn't just a throwback, it was a surgical strike. See, back in 20...
You smoke, right?
Yeah.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little bit.
But what he said next?
Way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made a little boo-boo when we talk about the sales and all this type of. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about where I started and where he started.
Well, you said that
but listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Nas was dope. We appreciated him. He had a little bit of run.
2018, federal prosecutors played a wiretap during the Tekashi trial. The feds didn't name names, but everyone in the courtroom knew who individual one was meant to be. A familiar voice, allegedly giving gang orders. Jim's name was never on paper, but the implication, heavy. Blogs ran with it. Memes exploded. Even 50 joked back then. I'm scared for my life, Jimmy is gang. But now, that same energy is back. And Jim knows it. He clapped back with Dipset nostalgia, posting old Bird Gang photos, saying, "Stop the lies. Free male matrix." A clear dig back at 50. But it didn't stop there. He taunted Shannon again, saying, "Don't duck now. You wanted to flex, let's finish it. Public or private. Let's run it." 50 stayed, silent, and that's the scariest part. Because 50 Cent never stays quiet unless he's building something. A diss, a leak, a takedown. His silence speaks louder than Jim's whole campaign, and fans are catching on. Now the comment sections are buzzing. Why is 50 so quiet? Is he about to expose the full wiretap? Is Jim Jones in over his head? And let's not forget the Nas disrespect didn't start with...
Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like, he
Ain't
never
no
had
shame in that. There a
he
lot
never
of
had-
folks
he
came up
never had
second to
that
Tom
type of-
Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album. I already told you, I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear, and we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that.
Facts. It started with ego. Nas is out here winning Grammys in his 50s. Touring, collaborating with Hit Boy, elevating the game. Jim, he's still trying to prove he matters in 2025. When Jim claimed that Nas didn't influence the street...
Been at this thing, but lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah,
Y'all
but look
ain't
how you
effing with
dress.
Nas.
Look how you dress. You don't even be in the same places I be in. And the
But
things
I-
that we listen to,
I can be in the church house. You can't F with Nas lyrics. I don't know who told you that. Now look, I know you on that good stuff, but you're not seeing Nas.
Meets. Fans weren't buying it. You wouldn't even exist in the culture without Nas. One fan posted, "Your whole era was built off the doors he opened. Shannon Sharp, of all people, became the unexpected hero of the moment. A football legend stepping into hip-hop's sacred..."
40 and 50-year-olds in their panties because I said I'm better
It
than
don't
Nas.
matter.
Look at you. Look at you.
Nobody,
Ain't all in your,
ain't
all in
nobody
your
from
film.
Dipset gonna take
Shannon,
you
that
over
shirt-
Nas.
that
Nobody
shirt
from the
too-
Diplomats
that
but
shirt-
you.
That
Hey,
shirt too
I got
tight.
Hold on,
You
Jim.
ain't
Hold
F with
on.
Nas.
That shirt too
Hold on,
tight.
Hold on.
That
Jimmy,
shirt
Jimmy,
too
Jimmy.
tight. You want to go back
hold
to
on.
I really mean it? I really mean it started. We could go back to
No, but I
the
just
history,
said,
bro.
for you to
Don't
even
do
say that.
space and defending Nas when others stayed quiet. He said what fans were thinking. Are you really serious right now? And he said it to Jim's face. Meanwhile, back in the cut, 50 was waiting, watching, quietly poking the fire. It wasn't long before that clip of Tekashi naming Jim in court started trending again. Reporters confirmed it. Jim Jones was mentioned under oath as part of 9 Trey. And even though no charges came, that cloud never left.
I'm still playing at a high level.
Hey,
You better check my record,
you
heard?
jumping up and
I'm
down.
still playing
You
at
need
a
to
high
go back
level.
and get Jada. Jada
I'm
been
rapping
cooked
at,
off.
I'm rapping at a high level. You better check my stats, bro. I will
we
run
not
circles
denying
around
that.
Nas rapping right. I will run circles around Nas rapping right
No,
now. Right
Nas,
now, I
Nas,
will run.
put his
I will
microphone
run.
up. Let me
I
take
will
my
run
mic off.
Saturn. I will
Give me a
run
mic.
Saturn around Nas right now rapping.
Now, fans are asking the hard questions. How did Jim avoid indictment? Why did he skate while others got locked? Is 50 about to expose the real reason? Jim tried to brush it off, said it's old news. That 50 is
This the biggest podcast you ever been on. Do you know what podcast you been on bigger than this one?
Hold on. We off topic. Hold on.
No.
This is what I do. You see
Name
you
a
in
podcast
your
you been on
feelings? You
bigger
see
than
in your
this
feelings?
one. When you get big, you get invited to Club Shay Shay.
This is what I do.
Nas get invited to Club Shay Shay.
but the reaching. But the internet doesn't forget. And when 50 starts reminding people with paperwork, that's different. Jim's response.
You gotta start buying baggy your clothes, big fella. You too big, man.
You talk about you in the gym. Now you want to get me? You want me to see me in the gym?
Oh, we can do
Since
that.
you like to talk that ish, now come see me in the gym.
We talking about
Come
working
see
out.
me in the gym.
We talking about working out or strength?
Working
What you
out.
talking about? Working out or strength?
Work however you want to do it.
We talking about
Since you got money,
and we talking about
put your
working out,
money
I
where your
burn
mouth
you.
is.
What you got? So you talking about working
Run
out? I
them
burn
stacks.
you. You talking about working out? I burn you. You talking about working out or strength? Because you probably can lift a lot more than me.
Whatever.
You're bigger than me. You're probably stronger than me.
Whatever.
But if you talk about working out, I burn you.
This ain't what you do. This ain't what you want. You
Oh,
are doing
bum,
good when
you
you're
better
talking
go-
about Nas
you
and
better go to my
Jada.
IG.
You don't want to see
You better
this.
check this.
got more emotional. He started mocking his fans, started talking about streams like they're trophies. But that only made things worse. Because now he's being labeled as a clout chaser trying to bait Nez into a battle just to go viral. And Nez still hasn't said a word. Not a tweet, not a bar, not a whisper. Because legends don't argue with noise, they make moves. And this time, Nez might not need to lift a finger. 50 is.
Yo, honestly, I can't, like, if it was like Jim Jones, imagine putting a pen to paper to write about him. He was so nice. He was so nice about him. How did you do that? What's the first sentence? What the fuck do you write about him? I'm not anxious to hear the Jim Jones diss right now. Like, I'm like, yo. The used to have so nervous was like B.I.G., Pop, right? Even Cannabis, like Eminem, he'd have you like, if we go at it, dog, we gotta go hard. You know what I'm saying? But these Jim Jones, like, I mean, I respect you getting your money. You're like, exactly, right?
Already doing the work. And if that wiretap gets leaked, if that full audio ever hits the internet, Jim's entire campaign could collapse. Fans know how this ends. Jim talks tough, Nez stays quiet. 50 waits for the right moment, and then drops a nuke. And the moment it lands, it's over. Right now, the whole culture is watching. Is Jim trying to rewrite history? Is 50 preparing to blow up his image? And will Nez ever actually respond, or is he too busy stacking wins to even notice? One thing's for sure, this ain't over.